Is guru necessary? Now, this is a very, very controversial point which I am going to talk about. The modern day gurus in India, there are a lot of rogues, lot of hypocrites, lot of people who manipulate and make money out of the innocence of normal people. So in that sense, if you ask me, spirituality is a very, very dangerous path. You can get misguided completely into your life. So more than the guru, you need to have your practice. You need to have your everyday practice to make sure that it has an impact into your spiritual life. So please understand, if you are not practicing, if you are not doing everyday practice, you will find it very, very difficult to follow the guru's words. The next problem is the guru has to be personal, must be able to guide people across. There are many people who are a guru, who claim to be a guru. For example, you take the Puttaparthi of Sai Baba, you probably cannot get the interview with him, you probably cannot talk to him, he will be at a distance. Now, these kind of people will not help you into your spiritual life. Spiritual life requires a certain amount of personal coaching. You need your guru to be in and around with you, and you should be able to access all the time. There will be a lot of spiritual doubts and confusion. Many of them will go away once you do the mantra chanting and the daily prayer, but some of them will not go away. You definitely need an experienced person. It is like this. Virat Kohli is playing the match, but he needs certain rectification and correction across. So it is better he has a guru. A guru is like a consultant who will be able to guide you. So the point is, please be careful to put your faith with people who do not respect your practice, who do not accept your practice, and who says practice is not needed, it is only the theory which is needed. So three things are very required in the spiritual path. One is the theory, the other one is the practice, the other one is the experience. Now many people tend to exaggerate the experience of what they have. They tend to tell about the small things which has happened into their life as a very, very big experience across. For example, there is a guy who came and told me, my Kundalini got awakened thrice. I said, every day my Kundalini is getting awakened. So what do we have to do for that across? So many people have spiritual thirst, spiritual hunger, but they cannot practice everyday time. So they do not have spiritual experience. They tend to imagine, they tend to fantasize, they tend to talk about spiritual experiences which are not true. With a teacher, you don't need spiritual experiences. What you really need is a practice and also less of theory. Let's say 20% theory and 80% practice is what is very, very important as a person. Now, many people tend to use their guru as a spiritual entertainment. He has to crack jokes. He has to talk about his, they'll go on asking questions. He will give discourses, and it will be a kind of an evening entertainment with him as a person. Please do not waste your time of the guru. If the guru is a high-end man, if the guru is a very, very spiritual man, he is not going to entertain all these kind of silly talk, small talk, entertainment talk. In fact, he would be more interested in prayers, he would be more interested in blessing you as a person than trying to talk about your practices. His sadhana will always be good. The most important thing is the Guru's blessing. The blessing of the Guru will have more impact rather than the speech of the Guru. That is why many great souls tend to bless their disciple, pray for their disciple rather than talking to them. How much ever you give discourse, how much ever you talk them, knowledge will not cure the bondage. It is the opening of the third eye, it is the expansion of the soul and the opening of the hara which will help you to heal the relationship, heal the maya of this particular world. One of the maya or the biggest maya of the world is we think we run this universe or we run this world, we run our life. Slowly, as we grow older, we realize that we are not running the universe. In fact, it looks like some kind of a divine will which makes us get up every day and do us a lot of things. Now, this is called as the Dharma Drishti. Now, this does not happen to everyone. Not everyone sees everything as divine will. They see everything as a personal will, as a manifestation of God. I met one sadhu and I asked him very beautifully, I asked him, how do you forgive others so easily? He said, I always look at every doing as a doing of God itself. So for me, I don't have any personal ego that it is God who wanted to do this, so he did this through the person. But many people have a lot of limitation. They tend to identify the other people's action and they get angry and they tend to get upset. For me, I understand it was done through him that he might not be very aware. He said, by making this practice, I was able to see the lower astral spirits accessing people's body, mind, and emotion across. So the first thing is, you have to understand the Guru has to be personal. He should be making you to do the practice again and again. Less of theory, less of the talk. Now, this is not there in the modern day Guru. The modern day Guru tends to talk a lot, tends to promote his product a lot, and he wants you to buy a lot. There is less and less time for the practice across. So this is very, very important. Now, when you go to a Guru, it's like a school. You should be able to practice 8 to 10 hours. He should be able to bless you and clear your practice, your spiritual embers, that is your spiritual thirst, your spiritual craving will increases across as a person. And the Guru will always tell you, my words are not important, your practice is important, your love for other, loving kindness for the other people is very, very important. Unfortunately, these days you cannot access the Guru, and generally they talk about a lot of things which you will take it personally across. So many people tend to have a Guru, but then they tend to have an astrologer or a wise consultant who will help them to guide and make a lot of decision into their life. Now, this kind of hypocritical thinking many people develop in their life without the understanding that you need both. You need a personal practical guidance but also a general inspiration. It is like you have a coach But you look at Virat Kohli, you look at Washington Sundar, you aspire to be like them, but you need somebody to tell you about on a day-to-day basis how to go about it. So at the moment Guru takes a responsibility, he finds it very hard because many people cannot listen. Many people can only listen to the video program, audio program or the TV program and tend to do their own things. But when you get a personal Guru who guides you every day across, it means you are very, very lucky. But many people are not so lucky because they never meet up their Guru in their particular lifetime itself. So please understand, only if you are a very advanced sadhak, you are a higher end sadhak, you will be able to meet your Guru and able to help your evolution across. Now many people want to have a Guru like Yogananda Paramahamsa, Yukteswar Giri. They all tend to talk about the fascinating meeting of the Guru, the kind of experiences that which they have had, which is very, very pedestrian. If you want to grow big, you want to do your sadhana, and the time is right, the Guru will come uninvited like that of the bees. Very, very important, learn to distinguish between theory, practice and experience. Always give priority to the experience, and also do not tend to gossip that area which you do not know. Many so-called gurus of the modern era would like to talk about a lot of things for which they have no prior experience and they are not able to execute all that thing properly. So don't get carried away by the person discourse, by the person charishma. Ask yourself, does his words really help you with the sadhana across? Don't talk about character, which is only secondary across. So therefore, these are the important traits of the Guru. Practical, flexible, available, down to earth, does not show a big payoff, and every day you would be able to use his guidance and access him as a person. I thank you for looking at the video. If you have any doubts, please write in the mail across. Please don't write in Portuguese. I find it very, very difficult to read it across. Thank you.